Ghost is probably one of my favorite shrifts in the game. You've got a ton of pressure, a ton of range, and a bunch of move stacks you can do. Your G move is like an auto track, like arrow. It'll go wherever you're aiming. Like, say if I look this way and then change my camera, they'll head that way. They've got pretty big hitboxes. If I turn them on, they're like actually massive, like time cut range, or like width, time cut width. The T move has a bunch of range. I can even hit it from here. It just auto tracks onto a person, and it'll make an area that's around like this size. It's a big circle. Does good stun, and both ones do good posture and have enough stun to move stack. So you can do things like this, the T move, that'll stun them, you can hit this, and basically any fastish move you'll be able to land because it's a multi-hit move that has a lot of time of stun. Of course, they can parry midway through because it's a multi-hit move, but as long as you like feint beforehand, mess up their parry timing, if they block beforehand, and if you use like an auto track move, they have to hold block, they're going to just get hit by everything, and it will be completely true. Your G move too, you can also move stack off it, so if you do your G move, they get hit by that, and then you can like confirm during the hit stun of that into like floating, fast fang, flash cut, M1s, even your crit on Zweis. And it's actually really broken, the G move, because the G move is a little bit delayed and then it will follow your player. So say I like use the G move here, you can see it'll spawn kind of on my player a little delayed by a second. So you can use that to confirm moves like Ghost Cleave. So even if I look over here, it'll spawn over here, following my character, and I can confirm the Ghost Cleave. And this works on other things too, like I'll show it later. So I run Piercing Light and Zweis, so I can do the G move into Piercing Light, and then it's obviously gonna have a ton of hit stun and confirm the Piercing Light with all those like auto track moves. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, Ghost Schrift comes from Ghost Vial, which is a Halloween element. You're gonna have to trade for it. It's a little bit expensive, but I think it's definitely worth it. It's one of the strongest Shrifts in the game, so I definitely think that you should probably try and get it. So anyways, for the build, I recommend going 40 speed, 25 Kido. We are going 25 Kido so we can get really broken moves like Slide, Focal Point, and we're going to be running Holy Thunder because having a bunch of range moves on this will make the pressure on this build insane. For this build, I would recommend you run Alpha Strikes or True Blood. Because you're 40-25, there's not really any essences you can run other than the ones that require no skill point requirements. So Alpha Strikes I'd run if I had it. True Blood is like the second best if you had it. I just don't have it for some reason. Also for this build, I actually recommend running Sank Zwinger and Heilig Feel. These are two really good range moves you can do. And if you mess up their parry timing with your T move, you can kind of confirm Sank Zwinger, which is kind of funny. You can see that was kind of true, or if they mess up their parry, they can't parry out of that. This build, I'd basically recommend you only run Zweis. It's got really good M1s, and the crit basically confirms your G move in a lot of instances, and it allows you to put the Shadow Mark on them for Piercing Light to teleport to them, which confirms your G move, or your G move also confirms your Piercing Light. So I'll show the combo of that later, but also, like, the G is a pretty slow move, to be honest, so you need to be able to guard break them from afar. Say you catch their flash step, you do your G move towards them, you guard break them, these are going to come back, hit them, and then you can do like a fast fang or floating during the hit stun. And honestly, your move will have enough stun to confirm the G move coming back to them, or you could wait for the G move to hit them in the guard break and then do your move, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to be stunned after that and take a bunch of damage. Anyways, the combos for this build, your G move, always do it into like a teleport move or a move that'll get you close to them. So I could do G move into flash fake out, and then they're going to get hit by that, and then you can go into another move. So I could do this. And that's basically going to be all true as long as they don't parry like the first move, of course. And even if they do parry the first move, the G move will come back to them, and then you can do another move afterwards. So that's pretty cool. You can also do G move into flash cut, and then these will come by. Like you could either feint an M1, they were going to get hit by the G move, and then you can go into another move. Pretty cool. Of course, you got G into Ghost Cleave. This one's unpunishable, and you'll land it like 99% of the time. Because you have Hyper on Ghost Cleave, it's an instant teleport. The G move is going to spawn on them, and they're going to get hit stunned, and the Ghost Cleave is going to be confirmed. Another cool thing, mark them with Zweis, and then just do G move into Piercing Light, and then that's going to do like insane damage. You can see it did 80 right there. Another cool thing you can do is your G move. Say you want to mess up the parry timing, you actually put it to the side of them, and then you claw them and drag them into the hitbox. That was a pretty bad example there because the ragdoll on the bots isn't too well, but you know that like your claw will drag them a significant distance. Like I could drag them from here to here if it was a normal player. So I missed the G move on purpose, and then I just go to the side, drag them into that, and then it's going to do an extra like 30 damage because the G move will hit them during the claw, and they're basically going to be fully stuck in that because once you hit someone with claw, they're going to be fully stunned, and the G move can also hit them. Anyways, for the T move, you don't really want to use it raw because they can auto parry out of it. They're soft stun, they can hold half. As long as you mess up their parry timing beforehand though, they'll be getting hit by the full move, and you can do like your slide and lets. Like, so if I mess up their parry timing, feint, and they like block, I'll do my T move, and I'll just spam them down from range with my slide for extra damage. Or I could do like the T move into Heilig Feel, and surprisingly it has enough stun to confirm that, which is pretty funny. It does like 77 damage. Anyways, another really broken way to confirm your team move, which is basically why I made this build in the first place, is to use focal point. Most people are just going to hold block because they don't want to get hit by focal point, and because they're going to be holding block, they mess up their parry time and they can't parry, and because the team move goes behind them, it'll just hit them, and then the focal point will also be confirmed, which is really broken. You can also change the timing of focal point to when it hits them to mess up their like timing. So they try to parry the focal point, and then that will auto parry the team move. You can just, if you always do it behind, they'll get used to that, so you can switch it up by making it go behind block really quickly, and then hit stun them, and then the team will be able to land instantly after that. Or you can put it to the side for like medium time wind up, and as long as you keep switching up the angle of where you put the focal point, they're always going to be guessing. But usually when I'm in front of them or like right close, I do focal point behind them, and then I just try to go for a guard break with Zweis, because regardless if it goes behind block, I want to guard break them and confirm the focal point, or put pressure so they hold block and my Zweis crit will guard break and I can extend off that. But anyways, some other tips for this build is it's basically anti-Kido. Your Holy Thunder has a really long range. It has a little bit of wind up, but as long as you do it during when they're doing like a long wind up move like Shinten Raiho, you can actually Holy Thunder over the Shinten, hit them with Holy Thunder for a pretty good punish. Or like if they're doing Flower Passage towards you, you jump over it and then you just aim below you, you hit the Flower Passage, cancel it. And that's really good for canceling a lot of abilities and being pretty safe, because if they're going to do like a move that goes below you with like a very small hitbox, you can literally jump over it and then hit them for free. I wouldn't really recommend doing Holy Thunder raw unless you do like your team move into Holy Thunder, because Holy Thunder has a lot of wind up. They nerfed it a lot. It still does pretty good damage though. Like Holy Thunder will do 30 I think, or 25. It does 25, which is pretty decent as well. And for a very long range tool to punish things, and also having your team move to cycle, they really can't do any long wind up move on you, because you'll either use your Holy Thunder to cancel it or your team move to cancel it, because your team move has so much range. Another thing you really want to abuse is Sank Swinger. For some reason people don't run it even though it does so much damage and it forces them to hold block. As long as you hit that first initial hit, they're going to keep getting hit by like 3 consecutive or 4 consecutive laser beams that do good damage. And because you have so much ranged abilities to stop them, if they hold block, you can do your team move to interrupt their block and they're going to get hit by another beam. You can do focal point behind their block and then they're going to get hit by another beam. So honestly, just do for Sank Swinger, either do it off a guard break or just be unexpected and like do it off a flash step. Most people don't react to it. You actually hit it most of the time on people who aren't expecting it. So even if this guy was holding block, I'd focal point behind him and then it would mess up his timing, or I just do my team move and then it would confirm basically the rest of the Sank Swingers, because like if they hold block, they're going to get hit by the team move, they're going to get stunned, they're going to get hit by at least 1 to 2 beams. Honestly, it's worth going for it. It only takes 10% true HP from you. But if you do land it, you're going to probably do at least 1.5 bars of damage to them, as long as you know how to pressure them. You can also do like Sank Swinger and then Ghost Cleave onto them, because Ghost Cleave goes through block. This will interrupt their parry or block, and they're going to get hit by a beam if you time it well. But just be super aggressive once you get it. You also have Zweis to straight up guard break them, and Zweis hitbox is huge. As long as you stay like super aggressive on top of them, using your team move, your Holy Thunder, Ghost Cleave to make sure they can't just hold block and get away from the damage, you're going to do a ton of damage. Anyways, that's about all the combos you need to know. I'm probably going to end it here. If you want to watch some gameplay, check my previous video, because this video is going too long. I don't want to make it like 20 minutes. But yeah, that's all you need to know.